Greetings everyone, please give a moment to make sure everything's set on up. Going. Twitter is going. Twitch is booting up. YouTube is going, Twitch is going, looks like everything's going. Give me a moment to activate the chat windows. That should be good. And I think everything's good there. Disable preview on my other computer, save some resources, and I think everything's good. Give me another moment to check my other computer. And looks like everything's good to go. So let's go ahead and find a replay. Two people spectating this one. I wonder if this is a highly rated game. That should be reasonable enough. Last week I had a bit of issues with the replay system where it didn't properly do the banner, so let's keep an eye on the banner. Okay, it looks like it's there. So let's get started. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Mythology replay. Spawn on the right side as the blue Ra. We got Eero. Spawn on the left side as the red Gaia. I am Klaus. Of course, when it comes to relics on the map, we do have a ship of fingernails, get some food generation, good for any civilization. Battle Pegasus, get free Pegasus, that's very nice. Scouts are incredibly important. Kui Drum, heroes do more damage to start losing hit points. Probably pretty good for the Atlantean. Not super great for Ra, though could make the hero of the son of Osiris incredibly powerful in the state that him being very wounded, which is a state that you don't want to be in. And we've got the Fetters of Fenrir, which increases village attack, probably better for the Atlantean. Let's probably should fast forward, it's early eco phase. And I'm going to open up a drink I have nearby. Right now, my AC unit is down, so it's pretty warm in my apartment. And so I'm going to be drinking a decent amount of fluids. Let's see, of course, just the early eco phase. We do have the early economic technology for Ra, rather than for Gaia. Gaia does have economic technologies a level earlier and cheaper, if I remember correctly. If I turn this off as well, I should be able to... They added some additional functionality to the replay system, as well as break some other things. But you can see here... Oh, I can't highlight and show you the costs. It's not perfect. But I should be able to do it like this way. Yep, you can see the reduced costs is here. We do now the temple now going on up. I hear a obelisk being built right there. Well, some goats right over here. Do have now Fa being researched, give access to the Wadjet, and shifting sands as a more important part. I do not like the Wadjet overall as a myth unit. And we do have Oceanus, which give access to Caladria, the flying healer, and the Caladria, not the Caladria, the flying healer, and the servant in case if Gaia ever deploys out a dock. Which is a naval healer, which can heal up land units that are close by. Honestly, I don't know off the top of my head. Caladria coming forward for just being a scout, very nice. And spawn the Wadjet would be quite important in order to realize that the shifting sands is a possibility. You have now some spearmen being employed in the field. And we do actually have the Oracle picking up the relic. We do now the Claudra getting not hit. Rose avoid those poison shots. He has to block multiple Wadgets. Wadgets do 12 damage and a pretty slow attack speed. They do have a bit of poison. They do have decent range.
Herr Joes.
The Oracle will pick up the Ship of Fingernails, giving some food generation. Got Turma here. Turmas, I think our Turmas are overrated.
Skopos.
They are nice, but they are far from excellent.
Yuji.
They have incredibly slow attack speed, the damage is not great, they're a counter range unit, so good against slingers, which slingers could be used to counter them since slingers are also the range unit. So it's best just probably avoid deploying slingers against Turmas and just go straight for Spearman, and probably even Axeman. We got multiple Wadgets going to be on the field. I really don't like Wadgets. I just don't like it. I think they're weak. About 12 feet long. Interesting. What some other research does that god provide? I can't see there. I don't know the research top of my head. Which also does provide a scalp axe, leather frame shield, electrum bullets. So one for the axemen, one for I think all the infantry, and another one for the slingers. And Shatouf set to obtainable, which I think improves the priest. Can't remember. You know what? I could probably just switch over to him. Yep, there's the leather shield, the scalp axe, electrum bullets. And the last one is this one here, which I cannot highlight. Yeah, the replay system still needs some fixing.
Skopos.
We got a very good number of Turma here. Shifting Sands is available. And now got the Spearman stabbing the Oracle. Spearmen do have a decent movement speed of 5, so they're quite agile. Good bit of damage there. That has to blow out some slingers that counter the Turmas, which Turmas will also counter the slingers. And we do have Thea being queued on up for Gaia, give access to the Dryad and the Symphilian Bird. A Mythian with wings that can actually fly. Oh, I'm getting hit by some lag spikes. Looking over here, I think the Gaia's Lush is causing some performance issues. Both players have 2 town centers. Nice bit of healing there from the priest. Yeah, something on the Gaia side of the map is causing lag spikes. We do not have Sobek being queued on up. Give access to Pets to Chose, which can be upgraded to Pet Sobek. Thanks, Grant. Also gives access to Solar Barbecue, which is the Pets to Chose, Pet Sobek research. The sun-dried bricks, I think, is, of course, increased building health. Crocodilopolis, and the dark water. Oh, guys, Perspethi's tree now deployed in the field. Give access to some free, well, I say free druids. It does also come with free druids, but also gives you free population units. Just give you a little bit extra mastery force. They're not great, but of course, 0 population means they can fit into any army composition. Good number of spearmen being queued on up. Got leather frame shields being queued on up. Vulnerability to pierce attacks minus 15%, so make them more resilient to range damage. His opponent right now is going for the Dryads, which of course are melee. And the Sunlands have been queued on up as well. Lord of Horses, or Poseidon's Secret. Elephant defeated. Got a decent number of idle villagers here. Another Hesperides tree. You can get 2 charge of it. Got the rock deployed in the field. And there's a pet Sobek. Bit of poison damage there. More Petsobic, or Petsos being queued in the field. Crocodilopolis gives Petsos increase range by 6 and 6 line of sight, so I'm getting them up to 26 range, which is actually quite absurd. Locust has been summoned, and he's following the army there. Very, very nice. Trying to avoid the locusts. None of the dryads do go down. What if locusts do bonus damage to them? Get the vegetables. Giraffe has been picked off there. And Shifting Sands there to teleport his army away. We'll lose some villagers there. They're going to try to keep on running. Camel, Dark Water increases Camel hit point, Caravan hit point, and some bit of health for Jen. And now do have the Rain God power. Able to get increased food collection rate from these farms up to 1.58. Or 40 seconds? 45 seconds? A decent amount of time. Right now, blue has army of 60 versus army 88. Has a far inferior quality as well. 30,000 in the field versus a 5.1 thousand. Did I say 33,000? Scintillating Bird taking a decent amount of damage there from the Petsos. At 26 range, these Petsos are going to have a hard time being picked off, making a very reliable back line. Just get a lot of front line there. He sees all of the Contineris, so Spearmen wouldn't be half bad. There's a number of Argus archers, so maybe a handful of slingers wouldn't be half bad. Or maybe even some of those camel riders. They do have a bit of bonus damage versus infantry, right? Or versus range. More for Gaia Forest powers. We do have a town center established here by red to increase population. All of blue's god powers have been consumed. Gaia has consumed her god power as well, but still have access to some Carnivora. Ooh, small little force here will be picked off. That'd be a nice little pick. The blue's going to take the opportunity to advance. Has a very good number of spearmen there. Handful of slingers there, medium slingers though. Blue has a decent range force here, but not all the crocodiles are engaging. The Pet Sobek. One of the Pet Sobek do go down. Contineris breaking their way through. Pet Sobek do fall back. We've got now a single camel rider here. Of course, it's not even a heavy camel rider. We do have the Atlas queued on up. Res option 4, good number of dryads here. And blue has to pull out some camel caravans. Pet Sobek does go down there. We do have the Midgold Stronghold engaging. Does have boiling oil researched. Of course, we also got the town city here for fire support as well. Cameras are straightforward. They will do bonus damage to the Termas since they are classified as cavalry. Pharaoh now engaging. An H3 Pharaoh are pretty effective. And a handful of chariot archers as well. Macedon, Contineris, and Argus archers queued on up. Blue is going for some slingers, some more chariot archers, and a couple more Petsos or Pet Sobeks. Of course, this pet Sobek will quickly go on down. Blue, yeah, just needs more spearmen. We do see some marmellos mixed on in. But I think they're not even medium marmellos. Yep, just regular marmellos. So that could have been a miscue. Got some destroyers been brought in, which are going to be pretty nice here. Bronze upgrades, and he is managed. Guys managed to age up to Atlas, get access to Argus and Implosion. Another rain god power is being summoned. Raw is desperate for food. He's at 28 food. He has just out of food. So this is a desperation rain god power. You know Red's in a good position if Blue's going for a desperation rain god power. And Blue does back the game now. This is Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Decent rated game, so let's do this one. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age Mythology replay. Spawn on the left side or the right side as the blue set, we got Zoltrock. Spawn on the left side as the red Kronos, we got Darth Nox. Kronos is the myth unit of the Atlantean gods, and Set is, of course, the animal god for the Egyptians. So, free animals, which I honestly think free animals for Set is more of an economic bonus than a combat military bonus, because I think it's generally better just to eat them. Either way, let's see, when it comes to relics in the map, we got Sistrum of Bast, gets Cheaper's Villager, useful both sides. I feel like a sneeze is coming, my apologies. We got Blanket of Empress Zoe, got buildings for more resistance to crush damage so it can resist their counters. Gambiton, Odin's Wand, makes temple technologies cheaper. And wait outside, we got the Bow of Artemis, gives access to, makes range units and ranged myth units cheaper. In wood and gold, not favor. I wonder if that affects the heroic upgrade for the Atlanteans, where it makes the upgrade bar in the favor cost, of course, cheaper as well. I'm just hoping we'll see automatons. We rarely ever see automatons. Nope, we got Prometheans. Prometheus is being queued on up. He is time skishing or chrono shifting his temple right here. We'll get quick spawn outs of some whatchamacallits. Promethean. He can also keep the free pair and then perhaps use what little favor he has, which is 10 favor right now to get out some additional Prometheans. Trying to see how much Prometheans cost, but I can't tell. I do hear. Looks like Blue's trying to obtain some elephants. They will lose a bit of food converting to him, but able to walk the food back home from his opponent's side to his side is quite nice. Does deconstruct the temple before the age up. The age up will complete. However, the free myth unit will have delayed respawn. Promethean take a bit of damage there. He can bring the elephant to support out. The elephant's damage output in this age is horrible, but it's better than nothing at this point in time. They'll sneak inside of the town center. The Pharaoh could spend time to help support. Does have also poor damage until the age up. There's age up. The Wadjet. Oh, looks he's gone for the Wadjet, which also gives shifting stance, a more important part of the god. And now able to bring the, as much as said, the free animals is not a military benefit, they're going to be useful as a military benefit to help resist the rush. So, I gotta eat my own wards there. Now more I think about it, I guess Set is pretty good as an anti-rush civilization. He has at least some tools to help defend himself. He can take time to delete the animals one at a time to get some food, because this elephant's filled with 550 delicious meat. While the chickens, of course, are filled with 100. He has another delicious elephant he can send back on home. And in this age, they do have 10 damage or slow attack speed. They have decent health, they're just okay. In comparison to the free gazelle, which have 100 food, like chicken, have even worse DPS. And you got the hyenas, if I can click on one, which has even less food, and even, a little bit more DPS, but still horrible, and 45 health, so they will disintegrate. Oh, the gazelle has 15 health. Yeah, they're not combat units. They're just food on 4 legs. Fast food, if you will. The elephant at least does have plus 50% bonus damage versus buildings, which is nice. These other animals have, the gazelles have 50% less damage versus buildings, so they're even worse in that situation. And these exotic doggos, which I have trouble clicking on, has also the same effect as well. Nice bit of poison there. That villager's not idle. Now getting hit by gazelles and hyenas. Heroic Fire with the Valor to also reset his health. And I don't think these guys are classified as myth units, so these heroes will not do bonus damage to them. The tempo is being time shifted back on home. Collect up berries now. Valor there on the Oracle as well. Multiple Promethean now on the build queue. We've got a lot of infrastructure over here on the secondary town center. Red, of course, has pulled out a secondary town center with the aggression from the Promethean. Very, very nice. The rush was more or less, how to put it, offense is the best defense. He won offense in order to go to protect himself at home. Spearman moving around. They won't be able to do much versus the Promethean. And now Blue's going for some Axemans. Here we do see a Murmelo. We do also see some Chariot Ballista on the build queue as well. Those are standing and fighting. I'm curious if anybody picked up... Nope, doesn't appear to be any picked up that relic to make your villagers fight better. It wasn't that one. Maybe somebody did pick up the relic. Oracle engaged. The Oracle has been saved. We do also have now the Watchtowers. And we do have this town center claimed by Blue, and it's actually a forward town center. Axemen do slice up the Murmelos a little bit there. Got Chariot Ballista there. Chariot Ballista is the counter infantry unit for the Atlanteans. Bit of fire there. And Blue's gonna fall back. The priests, plenty of priests there, so he's able to get these guys restored up. That Albus will torment Red no longer. More spearmen, more axemen being pulled and fueled by Blue. There's also collected up this delicious gazelle. And got the exotic doggo here, ready for head pats. And everything healed up there almost instantaneously. I can see why Red went for this composition. Murmelos are an excellent frontline infantry unit. They have high DPS, mobile. They're similar to Ulfsarks. While the counter to them against versus the Egyptians would be the Axemen. And so going for the Chariot Ballistas will help them engage those same Axemen. the counter to the Cherry Ballista would be the Slinger, but it's harder for a Slinger to engage a already backline unit that does actually have decent range at 17. So he can just use Mormellos to charge forward, win the front line, so he can take out the back line. And Promethean are a great way to help engage those Axemen, because Axemen will not do bonus damage versus Promethean as well. We do have now the Clairvoyance research, which will set the favor cost of vision to 0. You know, I actually don't really see people go for this research all too often. 15 favor is a decent amount, but also gives you reusable vision, so you're able to scry your opponent multiple times. Yep, you can see here, it removes the favor cost. No longer costs 40, now it's cost 0. The Zodiac Doggo biting the Cherry Ballista. Doggo down. And right now, blue does have triple town center in the field. Oh, yep. I just realized something as well. I wasn't paying attention up there, and I started the game with the bug that's going on where sometimes it doesn't show you the proper cast in UI. So, my apologies. Let's see. Looks like, who I've selected. Kronos has around 70-something villagers, while Set has 50-something villagers, at least in population. Shifting Sands there. He has a nice little pick on some of these villagers. Actually, 5 villagers going down, but Axeman are not really anti-villager, and looks like it's none of those villagers. One of the gazelles, 2 of the gazelles go down. All 3 gazelles go down. It looks like red now has 3 towns as well, so both players have maximum villager production. And Kronos should be maxed out of villagers relatively soon. It's at 80-something population. We do now have the shut-off. Reduce the cost of farms and build time of farms, which does come up more quite nicely to help mostly for Raw since they have the rain god power, but still pretty nice research, so you can make your future farms just easier to transition to them. After all, 100 wood to save probably like 500 gold worth of farms. That's pretty nice. Got a good number of axemen in the field. Spearman can come for a nice little flank. Spearman won't be particularly useful. Yep, looks like red needs to keep his army in 2 control groups. One for Cherry Ballista, one with the other melee units, so he doesn't get bad formations like that, where the Cherry Ballista took a bit of damage there. And now we do have an age up for Kronos, aging up with Hyperion to give access to Satyr, which also gives access to Son of Suns, make all your oracles heroic, all future oracles heroic. Effectively get all your oracles for heroic for no additional cost and no favor cost. It's a pretty nice upgrade to get extra favor going. We do also have the what's called Heart of Titans, reduces the research time or build time, make turning units into heroes by 75%, so you're quickly able to respond to Mythian assaults. Blue is currently H up of Nephitis, give access to Scorpion Mans, as well as to Electrum bullets. Electrum, for those who don't know what Electrum is a gold-silver alloy, because apparently gold and silver is not common to be in the same ore. Elephant does go down, will give its delicious food to Set. Blue is power to finish age up, red has finished age up, has access to the Chaos God power. Red's now trying to pull a frontline palace. Blue's age up is now complete. some of these villagers may go down. Does get a handful of free animals, a bunch of delicious giraffes, as well as a handful of somewhat delicious crocodiles. Blue's now trying to take out that fortress there. It's good damage there. Does get built. Here comes Ancestor. We may see Chaos relatively soon. Chaos has been pulled in the field. Shifting Sands as Force has consumed. We've got a very good number of heroes here, but fighting is a good number of Axemen. Here comes some Ancestors. One Satyr is almost down. Blue's army does go down. Blue's backing off from the elephant. The elephant only has 200 food remaining. Trying to go over mid-gold stronghold here for defense. Also, the Pharaoh's empowering its production. Villager is trying to stay in and fight, which is not a great sign. Couple slingers are on the flank, taking on the chariot ballista, very nice. And sets now down to 60-some villagers, so lost a good number of villagers there. And we already have Atlas being queued on up as well, going for Red's pulling out a pretty large army. Another Pharaoh deployed in the field. Right now, Set has 100 population in the field versus Kronos' 160. Satyr does go down. Red doesn't have too big of an army, but he has maxed out villagers. Kronos is up, or Set's up to 70-something villagers.
And we.
Not sure what got deleted. Of course, Kronos is not Gaia, so his buildings don't get any health regen. A very good number of slings in the build queue. There's a decent number of Mormellos and Contineras. So Axemen, Spearmen, and Slingers are all going to be pretty useful. Going for a very big production cube on the backside. Town center has been destroyed. Red may try to push forward and claim it. So his main time shifted, just a manor looks like. Now a pair of Argus now push way forward. Destroying some of these outlying properties. Red's being a bit of a homewrecker. Got some heavy Axemen engaging, and here comes Implosion. This is going to be a pretty big implosion. Still growing. A lot of stuff got exploded outwards. I don't know if that was super great, honestly. It did take out one of Blue's town centers. And looks like Blue does go ahead and back out of the game. This Angrade saying, thanks for watching, and on to the next replay. Okay, keep an eye on that one. Sometimes I find games even lower scores than I've ever seen. Yep, for the current rate, let's just try to poke around a little bit more, then go back to that one. Okay, here we go, invincible. Yep, broken up there. Let's go ahead and back on out, get that fixed. Which one was it? Here we go. Yep, broken there still. I think one way I fix it is by loading up an actual replay. And then actually trying to inspect it. So it brings that up, so it hopes it doesn't break. And then go there. Oops, that was the other replay. Oh well. And still broken up there. I'm trying to make it so we get the spectator ribbon up there. I do know a couple of replay sites, so I could probably just try to find actual replays rather than trying to do it live. Yep, I'm trying to avoid the lack of the spectate banner. Here, let me see if there's any replays uploaded into that one replay site. Also, let's check there, since it's got to have one thing, but it's, of course, breaking. Let's see, got a couple of them. This one is... gotta sign this with a Steam profile to download it. I know there's a Discord I can also look at as well. I thought they had a replay site or replay section. Oh, there it is. Just download. That's a good number of replays. Nope, don't need to open it up. There we go, that should be fine. Not browsed. Open directory. Clear out these games. There we go. And we'll just do it from the top. My apologies. Let's see. Minimize this. And back to the replays. Greetings everyone, and great here with another Age of Mythology replay. Spawn on top of the right side as the blue Kronos, we have Darth Nox. Spawn on bottom left side as the red Thor, got Asmund. When it comes to relics on the map, we've got the 9 Cauldrons, which does increase the hack and pierce armor of soldiers trained in fortress-type buildings. Very nice. Huskarls and Fanatics will greatly benefit from that. Excuse me. Staff of Dionysus give heroes a bit of health regen. Very useful there. And here we've got Olar's bow, increasing the maximum range of ranged soldiers. Very useful for either side. And we've got the nose of the Sphinx to give buildings 15% increased hit points. We have now the Dwarven army deployed in the field by red, so maybe eyeing for a bit of a dwarf boom. Get the research going. We've got Prometheus on the build queue as well. It's also deploying out a chrono shifting forward a temple to get a bit of harassment done. Well, red's going to have a late age up going. And red's temple spawned way down there, trying to avoid the deconstruction god power. In fact, since he has not started age up, I don't think he can. If he were deconstructed before the age up's not queued up, it may actually prevent him from aging up. Here comes the Promethean. We do have the Avul Clay, making Prometheus get additional hit points. Offspring additional hit points and additional offspring. Does avoid there. Does pull out the Dwarven Mine there. Just get another gold deposit going. He is, of course, queued on up for Seti give access to Troll to Troll's opponent. Of course, in Age 1, gold mine's not great. But will be gathered pretty quickly there. Counterbaric Chrono shifted forward. Blue's now playing on some Chariot Ballista. Decides to leave the Dwarven Mine there, try and click up the other mine. Chariot Ballista now deployed in the field as well. Seeing that, he probably should go for raiding cavalry. Against the Norse, the Chariot Ballista should be relatively effective. Valor there to get it at full health, very, very nice. Chariot Ballista will counter throwing axemen, since the throwing axemen are classified as infantry. Do now the Watchtower upgrade for red. Oh, and deconstruction god power onto that temple down south. He is going to hack this apart. Boulder thrown hits the Promethean. Remember as well, deconstruction does return your opponent's resources, so he's not losing anything other than construction time. And Norse, of course, can build with military units, so it's not a big loss there. Warriors do shank the Chariot Ballista. Troll throws a boulder there, knocks out one of the offspring. Troll getting some good hits there. Oh yeah, I think didn't trolls lose their ability to get health lifesteal? We do now have the healing spring here to heal up these units. Particularly more useful, I think, for the dwarves, but also be very useful for the troll. Troll throws boulder. Chariot Ballista could engage it. And now the temple's time shifted away. Oh, they're back here. Probably the counter barracks will be time shifted next. Longhouse now being built. Another Valor deployed out somewhere. Maybe up here, I think? Mana time shifting over here. Ah, that's why he's doing it for the faster production speed. Another time shifted mana there. Does this aura effect stack? Time shifting is free in this game, right? Rather than in the regular Age of Mythology. So that'd be a decent way just to get more production faster booting the town center. Very nice little trick. I wonder if it activates immediately because I see that aura effect there icon down there immediately. So it might. But then again, I didn't see the purple haze until it was fully built. So I'm not sure. We do now have the Hammer of Thunder. Chickens being obtained. Games are always better when they have chickens. Just ask Counter-Strike and Skyrim. They both have chickens. And it looks like Blue's actually bringing a rhinoceros all the way back home with him. Not sure that's on purpose or not. I guess Blue's trying to play set. All the things being queued on up. We got a decent number of Turmos, which are a counter range unit, only useful against the throwing axemen. And of course the Gobi. I don't think they're going to be too particularly useful. They are mobile. So they're effectively ranged cavalry, and that does offer a lot of good benefits there.
Yuji?
Promethean being picked on off by the watchtowers. Of course, without boiling oil, they can punch the watchtower. Overseer is rotating around to respawn and take them out, though. Promethean do get cleaned on up. And somebody got heroic. Oops, sorry about that. Somebody got heroic fight. I think it was a Chariot Ballista. Oh, no, it's probably one of these citizens. Good number of goats here. They're pretty well fattened. Looks like Blue's trying to eat the goats. Why do these farms seem off? Are Atlantean farms now berry farms? Or is it just the foliage sort of just obscuring them? I don't know. Something just seems off about those farms. Guess we're going to wait and see about the Norse farms. But these farms just seem different to me. It could just be because the foliage is in the way. Both Sarks do find these citizens. Brockfied that one there. He's been really making good use of the Valor God power. We do now have Age Up going for Hyperion to give access to Satyr, Sons of the Sun, Heroic Renewal, Pioneers of Sky. Don't know what that one is off my head. Heroic Renewal makes your heroes have high health regen. Sons of Suns make all your oracles heroic, all future oracles heroic, and at no additional costs, nor favor cost. Whereas now going for some throwing Axemans.
Burek.
Battle Boar on the field. He has aged up to 4 or Braggy. Also gives the Flaming Weapons God Power. A good number of Cherry Blossoms deployed on the field. Very nice. Got some Gobi as well. There's his double satyrs. Manor being time shifted forward so we can get out a faster town center. We have some hill forts now being established in the front line as another longhouse. Having raiding cavalry pushing the way forward. Oracle does go down. There we do now. Blue push towards this town center. Not enough force here to defend with. He's decent amount of range units as well. No upgrades onto him. Got a battering being established, as well as some Huskarls, as was more raiding cavalry. Very nice. Fortress firing away. Raiding cavalry running around. Raiding cavalry will skip back on home. Trying to go for a longhouse now. And got this one chrono shifted over here towards this palace. Longhouse goes down. Another longhouse going on up. Handful of blue units push way forward. And the battle board does buck around. More Cherry Blossom on the build queue, as well as more Contineris. So more Erdmen would be quite useful dealing with all these cavalry units. The upgrade he just completed, the Dwarven Breastplate, does improve their health or armor, like the Ulfsark. Raiding cavalry push way forward, get some good hits there on some of these citizens. Raiding cavalry now falling him back, got some good damage done. Right now, blue does have more villagers than red. Red has queued on up Tyre to give access to the Fenris Wolf Brood and to Thimblewinter. Versus Atlas give access to Argus and of course through Implosion. Blue may be able to take out a good number of these dwarves. Gold mine's almost cleaned on up. Looks like all these dwarves will be pursued and will be taken out. Red may eye for a counterattack up here. Got one portable battering ram here as well. We do now have Argus being queued on up. Fortified Town Center as well. Red's also tires researching as well. Citizens evacuating out of this region. Red's pushing over here. Got. How did I not see this? How rude. So he encircled his opponent's gold with some houses there. And Red's now trying to claim that towns are there, can improve his max population cap. He does not have fortified town centers, so the population difference is not too significant. Now got Fimbulwinter active. And now got Implosion being active. Trying to get everything in that region. So since grabbing half of Red's army, or more than half, the entirety of it. Everything does a flip, and all the trees get knocked down, of course. Building does go down, and looks like Red's army will be cleaned on up. Got its pair of Argus push right forward. Of course, in Retold, trees do not disintegrate over time, so they will stay. You can always collect them later. And looks like the gold deposits will be set free. Town center needs to being rebuilt. Has a good number of these villagers nearby to do that. But heading straight for the gold deposit. Right now, Kronos does need a little bit more wood. Doesn't have to worry about chopping trees, though, over here. And right now, Red has 4 villager queues. Nope, one of these are just dual queued. Blue does have champion cavalry on the field. Looks like it only has medium destroyers, so medium infantry. Turbulista, heroic. We do not have this push way forward. Decent number of counter forces being pushed way forward, though they're just being move order. He's trying to do repair order. So that was a lot of free damage. It does manage to get on the far side quickly, thanks to being garrisoned to the town center. Decent amount of myth units there for these heroes to take on out. Battlepore does buck around. Flaming weapons not pulling field. He's trying to stabilize this region. Chaos there, which will make flaming weapons good counter with flaming weapons. Of course, it lasts only a short amount of time, but it greatly increases the damage output. Champion, Ulfzarks, and Huskarls charging way forward. They both have really high mobility. There's a penetrable fruit, an exotic doggo. Red's pushing forward, but doesn't really have the armor to really back up for the assault. We got a decent amount of similar force size in the field. So right now, just coming down to the reinforcements. Red's starting to fall back now. Ulfzark's falling back over there. And now got another Valor deployed in the field. Multiple trolls on the build queue. Blue's cooking at this gold deposit. Red right now needs more gold food. Definitely needs more food. Gold and wood has a small reserve, but that's too significant. Blue has a small reserve of everything, but barring wood, has plenty of reserve there. Keep basically fully garrisoned, 15 out of 20. Does get out of the garrison now. Another bit of valor there. We now have the Call of Valhalla queued on up. If none of those citizens going down, getting prevented from going to the town center or to the fortress. Those they saved, potentially just only 6, but they're being pursued. The war is 15. Blue needs to take time, redeploy out some forces. Blue has some resources to work with, but not queued up any sort of army. Red's heading up north, engaging the fortified town center. And Blue does go ahead and surrender this Angrade, saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age Mythology replay. Spawn on the right side as the blue Nua. We got Andre Nucino de Melendez. I have no idea how to pronounce that. And spawning is the right Freyer, we have Kibber. Wow, I cannot speak today. Right now, my apartment's quite warm, my AC is down, so I'm not at a comfortable temperature at the moment. When it comes to Relics map, we do have the Ship of Fingernails for a bit of food generation. We got the Cathedral of Apollo, making villagers faster. Over here, we do have the Trojan Gate Hinge, making your walls have 40% increased health, which is pretty useful since how narrow these choke points are. And the last relics way down over here, we do have the Ankh of Ra. Give a bit extra trickle of favor. We do have, what's this research? Creates a Kufta Chieftain. Kuftas do. Oh, we do have the age up there. Going for the Ho2. Okay, back to the Con Key, a hybrid flying and ground unit. And Red's not queued up his age up. Going for Uller, gets access to Draugr, as well as to the Asgardian Bastion God Powers to get some early fortresses, which can give you access to early Huskarls. And it seems like Chinese players tend to go for a good number of Fire Archers lately. So that could be a great way to counter the Fire Archers. Can counter ranged unit. Granted, counter Fire Archers or counter infantry, but Huskarls do have high range resist. Of course, it does also get Draugr, one of the few sources of pierce damage that Norse can get. Asgardian Bash is being employed in the background. It will take a little bit of time to get it actually up and going. 180 seconds. Blue has gone for an forward town center. There's the Con Key. Some initial military units deployed on the field could be used to help aid its construction. We do have a settlement going on up here. And this town center should be pretty safe, good for the trade potential. So maybe some early traders wouldn't be half a bad idea. If it's coming from me, it's probably an entirely terrible idea. Red can do the same, but does have an opening here. Looks like red is digging in. We do have abundance being researched. Increase the amount of resource earned, so it gets dropping off resource generate 5% more, so you get 5% increased income across the board. And there's Garden Hill Fort. You can see here he will have access to the Huskarls and also get a research to get some early portable rams. As the Conquis is there, get some damage there. The Draugr gets some decent defense. He does have a bit of divine damage to him as well as pierce damage. And it's got a bit of a fat slob being established there. Skarls push away forward. We do have a number of pioneers. Armory, military camps, and all that sort. Conquis engaging does have 22 damage. Nice little burst there. Perseer able to help win the fight. Draugr took severe damage, but it is a ranger, so it's easier to keep that a lot safe. Got some Dowel Swordsmen, a beefy frontline unit, as well as a number of pioneers here. We have an age up going for Gumang. Give access to Tao Wu, which is a slow-moving, head-butting, heavy myth unit. And we've got over here Ager. Give access to the Rock Giant, a very powerful giant variant, which has a bit of a taunt effect. Ring Oath, reduce the favor cost for Asgardian Bastions. So now the goes for from 100 favor down to 40, so now he can pull out more Asgardian Bastions quickly. And there are some research where Freya can get some food generation per Asgardian Bastion. Very nice. Nice little bit of food trickle, never hurts. So both sides just equaling up. Red has a small defensive force there. Red's now pushing way forward, has the Rock Giant with this formation. Only one hearse here, good number of Ulfsarks. Maybe eyeing for this town center. Right now, Blue has a significant amount of resources, probably just trying to age up. Trying to age up the Gong Gong, give access to Qing Long, the Water Dragon. And Blue right now, or Red, has decent amount of food, not enough gold to age up. Don't know if Asgardian Bastions count as a unit upgrade. Can't highlight it to figure it out. Earthen walls now established, which Red could take those out pretty quickly. Rock Giant does have a bit of crush damage to it. Kawu moving around. It is pretty oversetted for its capabilities, so that's a good amount of siege damage. It's an overall siege unit. Council built. Red needs to start to engage to this force. Kawu taking a decent amount of damage to this Herseers does bring a mirror image of a mounted giant. Doesn't last too long though. We've also got a market on the front line. Gong Gong being researched now. Aegis Bounter radius from your town to the hill forts. Beating them to heal nearby units and automatic generate food. I think each... Yeah, okay, looks like it got slightly nerfed. Provides 0.5 food. I think before it was 1. 0.5 is effectively a villager, a little bit less than a villager. Actually, more close to a half villager. Red has queued on up Validar, which gives access to Fafnir, the gold dragon. You can see all these walls have taken a bit of damage there, so I think what, destroy 5 wall segments, a bit more than that, and they'll all collapse. Rock Giant taking some damage there. There's the age up. All those earthen walls are going down. There's the snare effect. Red got distracted and does kill off that gazelle. Tao Wu does engage the town center. It does have excellent crush damage. And now the champion cavalry being queued on up for blue as well. It does have access to the Great Flood. There is the Tempest being brought in from red. Those lose. There's the Exploding Wolf. Inferno. Blue is slowly being whittled down. Need some Gobi to engage the water dragon. There's the Great Flood. Knocking back a decent amount of infantry units there. A couple of these Tao Wu did get frozen by the Tempest. Some Gobi now being pulled in the field as well. We do have a good number of the white horse cavalry. Jarls have been pulled in the field as well. They just cavalry that just hits hard and are beefy. Red's trying to build this town center once again. Long only has range damage, but it does horrible versus buildings. It has no siege damage. And since it's range damage, it does like 99 or 90% less damage to structures. It does get taken out by all the cavalry. Some Earthmen are going to be necessary to help deal with these guys. Heavy Tiger Cavalry does have anti-cavalry damage. We have now Twilight the Guards being researched. Wing soldiers get plus 10% hit points. It gets additional damage versus heroes. So he has access to anti-hero technology. Additionally, he still has access to Gillen Bersetti, which could have been very useful if on this town center. It would be a super beefed up fighter to go along with him. We now got the champion cavalry being. Wait, I thought she sort of researched that. Maybe I'm mistaken. And 3 of the water dragons being queued on up. And my fire archers being queued on up. Ozark over there caused some issues. It was building a good number of these Baolis, the fortresses for the Chinese. Town center is built as well. And it looks like I got a spam message, but luckily my automod blocked it. Fafnir now push way forward as well. Water Dragon spewing some water to put out the fire of the Gold Dragon. Red's pretty forward as well. Got a number of Gobi here. Quinlong's getting shot down by all these Gobi. We're getting ripped apart there. He has proper anti-aircraft there. Guys with pointy sticks. Red's now engaged in this town center. Quickly can be destroyed. Mage want to try to reclaim it. Gonna get out the Gillen Borsetti. Looks like all the dragons have been shot down. Got Fafnir still going all strong. Fafnir is an overstated mid unit, but does give its value in gold upon death to his opponent. Asgard and Bastion being pulled in the field somewhere. Where? I'm not sure. A number of champion raiding cavalry opponent field. With all the cavalry on the field, he probably should get out some Erdmen. They do bonus infantry range and cavalry. Looks like he's deciding to counter out some great Jarls. These champion white horse cavalry do cost not too terribly expensive, cost 130. Do consume 3 population. These Jarls do cost 130 as well. Oh, champion tiger cavalry costs 165. Bright Jarls do cost 3 population as well. Trevor Jarls just do 15.5. Tiger Cavalry does 18 damage, so they're just far superior. Of course, they do have dismount effect upon death. The Great Jarls are not particularly good of counters in situation. I'm trying to think of what they have advantage over. They have 314 health. The Champion Cavalry do have 240 health, but of course that dismount effect. Got some bullets now being pulled in the field. The number of Ulfsarks deployed on the field as well. More cavalry being deployed on the field. You've got some Ox Caravan, more Jarls. There are now legendary Jarls running Great Jarls, so they have gotten even more stats. Or Fear the Fallen gives Berserk's death boost. Should be some openings here around those walls. Good number of these cavalry are quite wounded. And now these gatherers are being pursued. Cavalry push way forward, taking out good number of the gatherers, which will free up some population for Freyr. Freyr has 210 max population since he has fortified towns. Blue has not researched fortified towns, so he has less. She has less population. Got a decent amount of health regen there, thanks to that effect. Fortified Town Center is still alive. Fuwa does bring in. Oh no, the Gillen Borsetti from Red, from Freyr. Fuwana may just want to fall back because the Gillen Borsetti is a very powerful asset. Town Center is getting repaired on up. Blue's collecting it from this gold deposit for Fuwa. Or Nuwa. Those names all mixed up. The Olympus push way forward, so has plenty of duration. Red's gonna fall back. Going for some throwing Axemans. The Olympus has gone down. Another Asgardian fashion being put on the field. Where? I'm not sure. Up here. Another Queen Long Water Dragon straight forward. Blue has not yet to split out any more Erdman to engage all the cavalry. He's another Fire Arch on the field. Blue's trying to break, does make a crack open. Red does still have decent military force in the field, unless it's bugged out. Prolong does go down. A number of Ulfsarks are up there. Build some walls over there just to prevent landings, I guess. More Ballista does go down. And more Queen Long being put on the field, so got a massive number of dragons being summoned. Fire Archers engaging the Heavy Ballista. Got some more research being queued on up. Got the Shakers of Heaven, give hero hit points, and more bonus hit versus Smith units. Temporous Storm gives reduces your cost of your heroes and reduces their ability recharge time by 20%. Not bad. Makes our heroes even better. Blue has still pretty good domination of the map. Red does manage to get over here through a transport ship. Got still these allegedly stone walls. Double layered right over here. Still got holes on these with these allegedly stone walls. Who's also now researching a vibrant land.
Yo.
Just curious about some of these research. Yep. We got some siege crossbows being established. We got another Asgardian fashion being established somewhere. Red's now pushing forward. Gobi trying to take out the water dragons. Red's forces are charging way forward. Throwing axemen not too particularly great. They're not fighting against any infantry, so I'm not sure why he's playing out throwing axemen this a large number.
Go.
More of the cavalry charging way forward for blue. Red's not going for some boiling oil as well. Nope, no Asgardian Bastion there, just some idle ox carts. So I'm not sure where that... what's the Quinlong heading over here? They won't be able to take the markets, they'll be able to take out the ox carts, no problem. There's a Jorman Elver. He looked like he actually may deploy that one in the field. Or he just got enough public space where it got spawned for free. There's some Ulfsarks or Huskarls engaged with some of these villagers, taking them out. And I've got some of these gobies now respawning. Can this guy hit air? Yes, he can. Does it do poison? Doesn't appear it does do poison. Wait, how did batter rams... Okay, batter rams took out a town center. Oh, I just realized something. How did I miss this? There are 8 fortresses there. Oh, the crap, that's an infestation. How did I miss that? He hasn't really been utilizing it all too much, just doing some nice little harassments. Of course, Red's not been deploying on proper counter. Does finally go some Erdman here to gauge the cavalry. Raiding cavalry be perfectly fine, as well as Huskarls and gauge the fire archers. Wolfsark should be relatively avoided trying to engage the fire archers. We got also the siege crossbow. Really trying to build this town side there. Huskarls trying to stop them. And think as well, all of these wooden fortresses, each one's providing 0.5 food per second. So that 8 fortresses is effectively 4 food per second. In other words, what, 4 villagers on farms? Well, even better than that. So, spamming out fortresses is actually not a bad thing for Briar, just so he can get out a lot of extra food generation. He does have only bronze weapons. He can go for more damage there. He does have crenellations, increasing their damage versus cavalry, which actually will be useful since his opponent's been pulling a large amount of cavalry. Does he have masons? Doesn't appear to have masons research, so probably should get out masons in order to get extra help on these buildings. But a handful of units are in the region, so just being very useful. He has to send a full designated siege force to take this stuff out. Red's now pushing over here. We've got these forces rotating around, trying to engage them. Number of Blue's villagers going down. The advanced giant villagers. Whoops. Raiding cavalry push way forward. Got some battering rams pushing way forward as well. Heavy portable battering ram. Number raiding cavalry there. Right now, both sides have a decent force. Not as red is max out population. Blue is not. I don't think blue has researched. Oh, researching Titan Gate on one of those. Yep, has looks like. Oh, can China not get fortified town centers? Wait, no, the fortified town center is right there. I don't know why we missed that. That was the level 2 building health research. Either way, red's now pushing way forward, gains good damage. And blue has now deployed out a Titan Gate. Titan Gate being built here with a number of the Kafus. It'll take approximately 160 seconds. Go for more pioneers. Red's now research his own Titan Gate. Falling back to the fortress there, just get a bit of healing going. Red's now pushing forward once again, has some siege units in support. Got more of these cavalry pushed forward. More pagodas being summoned. Red's Titan Gate is still being researched. Blue has a bit of favor stored on up. And now hitting the town center with the ballista. Cavalry engaging the ballista now. Thank you for the follow, Apiotos1. My apologies for butchering your name. I butchered it well enough that it can be served on your plate. More pagodas being summoned. Taking out some more of these heavy cavalry there. Another Asgardian bash being summoned. Not sure where. These units push way forward. Battery rams trying to take out the town centers. A lot of queued up units for blue. Titan Gate should almost be complete. Another 10 seconds. And now do have more of the naval myth units for being summoned by red. There's the Titan for blue. We got a turtle here. Okay, there's a bit of a naval myth unit war. I have really no idea about all the naval myth units. I think the Jormungandr is a high DPS naval myth unit. With a Chewin, appears to be mix of siege, mix of not. Regenerative shield, okay, it's a durability one, and we've got the turtle here, which is probably the healthy one. But here comes a Titan. Red's Titan Gate is on the field now. We do have Avenging Spirit being queued on up for her Seers, get more damage per strike. Oh, did Titans always able to just walk through walls? I don't remember that. I guess I'm so used to not Retold Edition. I love how they actually improve some of the effects of Titans in Retold. Now they can just crush through walls, they can walk through water, they're amphibious. Titans were good, now they feel like Titans. And plus they can ignore ground collisions so they don't get trapped as easily. A lot of good quality life changes for Titans. Can't fat slob in front of Titans. Can't, they're usable in naval maps. And they're a bit more healthy as well. Rather than 17,000 health, they have 2,000 or 28,000. Got a number of myth units here to help engage Titans. Going for the backline force, not a bad idea. This Titan Gate is right here. Another 20 seconds. Does knock back all those forces. Get some good strikes there. Another Asgardian Bastion now pull in the field. And now the Norse Titans pull in the field. Blue's Titan's falling back. He's taking some damage. I don't think there's any way for the Chinese player to heal it up. In non-Retold Edition, regular Gold Edition, the only way you can heal up Titans is with Mythic Rejuvenation for the Atlanteans. Blue's Titans push away for running away. Red's Titan is advancing. Red's Titan will win this exchange just because he has more health. They have the same damage, they're effectively the same stats. Though he does actually have more base health from something. Does have access to Berserk. What? Okay, just boost death boost. Red's army's advancing. Red's Titan needs to engage Blue's Titan. There goes all of Red's units knocked back there. But luckily he does have AoE health, and we got a great flood there, but got caught up on some of the water. Ironic. So only some units got knocked back there. Getting some good hits there. Now they're charging way forward. Decent amount of damage there. Red's Titan's taking some beatings, but Blue's is almost down. Red's Herseers could just help out Red's Titan. And Blue's Titan does go down, leaving Red's Titan uncontested now. Red just should be hyper aggressive with his Titan. He has a massive advantage here. Blue is deploying out a massive number of Pioneers to engineer the defeat of the Titan. Does destroy the scaffolding immediately. More of the scaffolding going down. Does it destroy farms? Aw, it doesn't destroy farms in the same manner. It should. Looks like it's trying to escape out in the water, which should be frozen pretty quickly. Nice and chilled. Perfect time to go for a dip, especially in the more, what's it called? Desert, arid terrain, savanna land that we're in. And Red's also rolling out these trading caravans, causing more issues there. Red's still advancing over here, pulling more walls, creeping its way forward. More Asgardian bastions being summoned there. Ox carts or mechanical ox caravans now being sent back. Pioneers here in very good numbers. Right now they do have time control multiplier versus myth units. Red's now pushing over here as well, but not making good enough headway overall. More fire archers, more of the Tiger Cavalry. Another Asgardian Bastion summoned. Looks like right there. Oh, it looks like that pagoda can stun Titans. Don't think it should. Number of farms got crushed there, but looks like the Titan will go down. And Blue just has a lot of infrastructure over here. Red still has a good amount of infrastructure here. Another Asgardian Bastion. Red's trying to obtain this town center there, which can be very useful. Adaram engaged, and of course is being engaged by Pioneers, and also getting a decent amount of health regen there. And Blue has surrendered. The Zangrade saying, "Keep watching," and on to the next replay. And I won't call the stream a little bit early today. With my AC unit out, I just need to take time and cool off. Maybe go outside for a moment. The Zangrade saying, "Thank you for watching,"